Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Anita, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite festivals of all time, which is Diwali. Many of you may not know this, but I'm actually ethnically half Indian and half Taiwanese. So I grew up with a huge perk of being able to incorporate both cultures into my life. And that included being able to learn about both cultures, celebrate the festivals from both of them, as well as eat the delicious foods that they both had to offer, and even getting to wear the amazing clothes that both cultures had to offer. It is absolutely amazing being from two countries, and I absolutely love it. And today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest festivals from India, which is Diwali. So I've actually been celebrating Diwali since I was a kid, and it's one of those festivals that I absolutely loved and really looked forward to. And shortly, as I explain more, you will see why. Many of you may have heard about Diwali, but many of you may not know about what it actually is or the history about it. And given that the official day of Diwali is tomorrow, I thought I would make this video and share it with you guys. So enjoy! So the actual term Diwali originates from a Sanskrit word called Deepavali, which translates literally into rows or series of lights. And Sanskrit itself is a language from South Asia. Essentially, Diwali is the festival of lights that celebrates the victory of good over evil. It was originally a Hindu festival, but now it has transcended religions and is celebrated by many other religions like Sikhs, Jains, and also Newer Buddhists. It's also celebrated in Nepal, where it's called by different names, and its cultural significance varies slightly from that in India. Diwali, however, originated in India, and even till today, it's one of the biggest festivals celebrated there, being even a bank holiday in the majority of the country. What many people don't know is that Diwali is actually a 5-day long festival as opposed to just the one day that we know it for. And the celebration is every year in autumn, and these celebrations actually begin 20 days after another festival called Dussehra. And what we really have come to know as Diwali is actually the third day out of the 5 days of the entire celebration. And it is this third day that's actually the darkest day in the Hindu lunisolar calendar. And it also coincides with the new moon. And for my Twilight fans out there, you probably already know this, obviously, but a new moon is when the sun and the moon are perfectly aligned such that you're unable to see the moon appear in the sky. So Diwali actually goes way back, and it has actually even been mentioned in some Sanskrit texts from the 7th century. So as you can see, the history goes a long way back. Initially, some texts stated that it was just a harvest festival that farmers celebrate at the end of harvest season, and also to give thanks to the gods for a successful harvest, and of course the bountiful rewards that they received from this harvest. However, through the centuries, it has slightly evolved, and the history and the significance behind it has evolved as well. In fact, even today in India, its religious significance varies across the country depending on which region you are in. For example, in one tradition, and this is the one I was taught growing up, it is linked to the story of Ramayana, a Hindu epic, which is essentially a long narrative poem about extraordinary superhuman characters that shape the entire universe. In this particular epic, a prince called Rama is exiled for 14 years from his kingdom of Ayodhya by his father Dasharatha upon the request of Rama's stepmother. So he ends up going into exile for 14 years, and he takes along with him his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman. And together they go travel across India through several different forests. However, unfortunately, while on their travels, Sita, Ram's wife, gets kidnapped by the evil demon king called Ravana, who's actually the king of an island called Lanka. This kidnapping results in a war being fought in order to save Sita, that Ram eventually wins, freeing Sita and returning to Ayodhya to be crowned king of his kingdom. Another legend talks about how the Hindu deity called Krishna defeated an evil king and released around 16,000 girls who were held captive by the king. And Diwali is celebrated in honor of this defeat, celebrating the victory of good versus evil. In addition to these two tales, Diwali is also celebrated in order to honor several other deities, one being the goddess Lakshmi, who is the goddess of wealth and prosperity. One other being the deity called Ganesha, who is the remover of obstacles and is thought to bring good luck. And in other parts of eastern India, it's also associated with the deity called Kali, who is the goddess of time and destruction. And these days also signifies women empowerment. So as you can see, the historic background and the significance of Diwali does tend to vary across the country. However, what all of these tales share is a common focus on righteousness, enlightenment, and overcoming darkness. Even across the religions, this festival of Diwali represents the victory of good over evil, light over darkness, and knowledge over ignorance. Diwali is also known as the Festival of Lights. So as you can imagine, there are plenty of lights of all different shapes, sizes, and colors for all of the 5 days that Diwali is celebrated for. Traditionally, people would decorate their house with little lamps called diyas and decorate their floor with art called rangoli, made from colored powders. These days this is still done, but in addition to this, you can also see people's homes, so the roof, the walls, everywhere heavily decorated with all types of hanging lights and light displays. And another huge reason, which for me makes this festival even more fun and amazing, is the firecrackers and the fireworks. In India and other parts of the world where Diwali is celebrated, massive firework displays at nights are super common. We even see this in London to a small extent. Most families as well tend to buy their own little mini firecrackers, the sparklers and little chakras that go around, and celebrate together with their friends and family. And as kids growing up, and even till this day today, I still love playing with those firecrackers and celebrating Diwali with the little sparklers and having a blast. Honestly, you guys should try it. It's such good fun. So as you can see, Diwali is essentially one massive celebration that brings together families and whole communities. Most celebrations during the time of Diwali also include prayers to the various different deities, the most common deity being goddess Lakshmi, who symbolizes wealth and prosperity, fertility and good crop, as well as good fortune. So in many parts of India, it is still very common tradition to ask for goddess Lakshmi's blessings before then closing your business accounting for the year. Farming families, even till today, still give thanks to goddess Lakshmi for successful crops and also pray to her seeking prosperous future harvests. And of course, because no occasion or no celebration is ever complete without food, food is a huge part of Diwali, with large feasts of a huge variety of Indian foods often being prepared, with of course a huge helping of sweets too. And throughout the country, large-scale parties are still thrown, and in several towns you'll even see parades, fairs, dance performances, light shows, and loud music being played celebrating the occasion. Here I've also included the summary of the 5 different days of Diwali, giving you guys an idea of what is done on each of these 5 days. I really hope this short little video explaining Diwali, its history, and why it's a super fun, amazing festival was helpful to you guys and gave you guys some insight into this gorgeous, beautiful festival of light, knowledge, prosperity, and the triumph of good versus evil. If you're celebrating Diwali or joining people who are, happy Diwali to you and your friends and your family. I hope you guys have the best time celebrating and really enjoy yourselves. I hope you guys found this useful, and as always, thank you so much for watching and for your constant support. If you did like this video, please do remember to like, subscribe, and share. And I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Happy Diwali, guys!